じゃじゃ
The Misadventures of Miku Argentea on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo093 is brought to you by the Minoru Free Company of Jenova. The Misadventures is next, broadcast to over 190 countries and territories around the world on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam, and is a designated non-spoiler stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. You are tuned in to the misadventures of Miku Argentea on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam. This is a designated non-spoiler stream brought to you by the Minoru Free Company of Jenova. My name is Bongo Boy Pongatoi, the gift that keeps on giving. Welcome to Moonfire Faire 2021. This is a designated non-spoiler stream, a seasonal event stream. As always, if you have been following twitch.tv/homohomo2093 over the years since 2017, we've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV and Miku Argentea from Minoru, and Darling in the Franxx has been assigned to cover the Moonfire Faire. So we have about 22 or so minutes to go until we get started with the show. Thank you, of course, to our recent followers, Ryochu, Tokaru, Ushikins, and KKrono66. Thank you very much for your support of this program. Your support and your belief in Misadventures enables me to continue streaming content on this channel. And this now we don't stream very often here at twitch.tv/homohomo2093. Mostly we host other content providers, but when we do stream, we generally stream seasonal events, collaborational events, important quest content, and important side quest content, and also cutscene streams of important content for Final Fantasy XIV, brought to you by Square Enix. So when we do, if we are live, it's for some really serious business to take care of. So this broadcast is not only being broadcast on Twitch, it's also being broadcast live on YouTube, Facebook, and Steam. In fact, the Steam feed had been going on hours before the rest of the others have gone live. So at 1 a.m. Pacific Time, 4 a.m. Eastern Time, we are going to get started with Moonfire Faire 2021. I'll be doing narration for this broadcast. We've been on site on the Lodestone. You'll know that up for grabs is a new mount, a polar bear mount, as well as 2 special indoor furnishings that you can eat, as well as an outdoor furnishing. Whether or not there's going to be a comeback of the jump puzzle that had been a key figure, we'll have to wait and see. However, because flight has been is now available in the ARR regions, don't get your hopes up, but we'll just have to wait and see if they decide to integrate this or if it's going to be some other way. Another possibility is that the polar bear mount that is going to be showcased for this event may be used for a special fate or some special or something important for the quest associated with it. And that means that the furnishings can be bought with Gil, and then 1 year afterwards they'll be available in the cash shop as well as the mount. So we are 19 minutes away from the start of the Moonfire Faire here on Jenova. As you can tell, Jenova and all of Aether has been rocking with the arrivals and the progress of the likes of Asmon Gold and Rich Gamble. They have been tearing it up in FANTASY XIV. Lots of people have been coming. Doubtless, Asmon and Rich are also going to be seeing what the buzz is all about over in Costa del Sol. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we are going to go ahead and get started. With about 5 minutes to go, we'll go ahead and get started with Moonfire Faire 2021, a Final Fantasy XIV seasonal event, part of the misadventures of Miku Argentea, on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam, brought to you by the Minoru Free Company of Jenova. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Before we head back to the main screen for our broadcast, let's take you on a run through of the list of upcoming events here on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo2093. On August 27th, we're going to have the Rising 2021. Yours truly of House Dunkets, Bunk Boy Pongatoy, is going to be doing a playthrough of that event. On September 13th, we're going to have a Nocturne for Heroes Revisited. This is going to consist of 2 broadcasts. I'm going to be going first. Bunk Boy is going to be doing a playthrough of this. Yours truly. Miku Ino from AlphaWorks is also going to be having a separate playthrough of the event. On September 3rd, 23, this is one of the big ones. Be the Gift That Keeps on Giving. This is a Long Beach Gives 2021 special live stream. Character is yet to be decided, but once we get to the start of September, we are going to know which character we're going to be using for this one. October 2021. Excuse me. We're going to be having a MOG event. This stream is going to be called No I Won't Get Enough. This is a MOG event. We are guessing that we're going to be doing one duty and one duty alone on repetition. That's the Praetorium. In order to get the special MOG tombstones, we are targeting getting the Auspicious Kamui mount and the special jacket, Inferno jacket, for Kaori Harukawa. Then, on November 19th, the big one, the really big one. It's time for Final Fantasy XIV Patch 6.0 Endwalker. Endwalking with You Day 1 will be a playthrough of the event. That is definitely a spoiler stream, so it's strongly recommended that you're caught up with the main quest before you decide to join in, but you are not required to do so. This is a spoiler event. We're going to be doing a blind playthrough. We're going to be burning through cutscenes and dialogue. There will be, of course, a mega live stream of cutscenes from the quests of the Patch 6.0 main story quests for Endwalker. And that's going to include lots of action in Thavnir, Sharlayan, Labyrinthos, Mare Lamentorum, Ratzatham. And it's going to be something that you guys are going to love and experience. It's the conclusion of the saga between Hydaelyn and Zodiac. Who's going to prevail? Who's going to be stepped aside? Will Fortunato de Levier finally come to his senses? You're going to have to find that out on November 19th, live on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo2093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam. This is going to be spread out over several live streams due to the amount of content that will be played as we journey Machinist all the way from 80 to 90. And that is the current list of upcoming events on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo2093. Doubtless, there will also be some announcements for playthroughs of All Saints Wake. Maki Harukawa, Kaori's sister, is going to be doing a playthrough of that. And for Starlight Celebration, it's not determined whether or not we're going to be bringing in Rika Takarada for this, but we may decide to send this over to Georgette Lemaire. But we'll see if someone else is also going to be covering that event. Starlight Celebration, that's the Christmas event in December. That will be also the final broadcast for this year, in which the current theme of this program, Don't Stop by KU London and International, is used. So that is the list of upcoming events on Twitch.tv/HomoHomo2093. Let's go ahead and head back to main screen. As you can see, there's lots of people already gathered at the place. It's time for Miku to get up, stretch, head to Center Plaza. Let's go. As this is a seasonal event, as mentioned before, I'll be doing narrations. You're going to get used to my rather dubious narrating voice. Everybody's already dressed for the occasion. People are in their Some are flame glamours, others are eastern glamours. These are glams that can be acquired from the cash shop right now. But he is healing, getting the spirit going. These are some pretty good adaptations of this. So if you like what you see in this broadcast, hit the follow button on your Twitch player, subscribe button on YouTube, hit the like button on Facebook. You'll be in the know for when we go live again. That's going to be on the 27th of August, Rising 22. Five minutes to go before we get started with this broadcast. So, as is customary on this broadcast, Miku is going to be doing the playthrough of it live. No cutscenes will be skipped, no dialogue will be skipped. Once Miku secures all the items, or at least gets the main quest item and gets whatever else she can get. She'll probably get the furnishings or the furnishings off screen if she cannot afford them, or unless it requires a token exchange. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Once this live stream concludes, the other characters on the misadventures will be collecting the items anon. But this is all about Darling in the Franxx today. Definitely a different style. The Southern Seas Glamour can be crafted. Materials for this have gotten cheaper, and the price listings for this is cheaper because this was introduced last year. Three minutes to go before the start of this broadcast. The staging point for every edition of the Moonfire Faire will be here on the upper decks of Limsa Lamensa, home of the Maelstrom. As you can see right now, the weather is good and is perfect for a straight teleport over to Costa del Sol. One of the things that is the big motifs for this edition is ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream. You do, I do, unless you happen to be health conscious and are trying to watch out on calories. It's okay to splurge once, not to do to excess. Everything must be done in moderation. But with soaring temperatures going on the blue planet, the need for something cool and refreshing is in demand, at least until fall comes. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics concluded. College football to come. What adventures will Miku Argentea and Zorame uncover? World Wonders. Zorame takes the form of Miku's compatriot, rank 12. Healers branched out, level 4 attacker, level 4 defense. We're less than 1 minute away from the start of this one. This This one will be going on for 2 weeks, so be sure to get your rewards and celebrate the power of summer. Moonfire Faire. It's 1 o'clock. It'll get started soon. Everybody is going to be queuing up, crowding the NPC. Mayaru Mayaru, Lalafell of note. Your go-to person for the Moonfire Faire on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam. A designated non-spoiler stream brought to you by the Minoru Free Company of Jenova. Everything is loading, but soon we are gonna get started. Here we go.
Well, if it isn't my favorite adventure, you've run the Moonfire festivities again this year, have you? I promise to reinforce a fortunately swelteringly good time. As you may very well know, the fair is a storied tradition that, in recent years, has served to promote the effort of the Adventurers Guild on behalf of Eorzeans everywhere. Once again, we've got a piping hot plate full of exciting activities for one and all. This year, we will also be tasked by none other than Master Gigaruju, our ever-generous patron of the event, with creating the ultimate icy dessert to stave off the heat. We'd more than welcome the aid of a skilled adventurer like yourself, and needless to say, we'd reward you all for your efforts. If you be willing, able, and hand, so come over to Costa del Sol and speak to my colleague, Ermaga.
Here we go. Server Costa del Sol. Others are just skipping dialogue and whatnot and just racing with this. We won't do that this podcast. You need to be level 30 or to take part in this class. Well, it doesn't look like there is anything in terms of a jumping puzzle. Here we go.
Well, if it isn't Miku, come to help us create our frozen masterpiece, have you? Why, I couldn't have asked for a better partner in our convinctory challenge. I'm glad to hear it. God's honest too. We're in a bit of a bind here. You see, though we've been tasked with making the most delightfully frosty dessert, we're suffering from a lack of the all-important ingredient, ice. The shipment was supposed to come in though, but word has it it's been held up by some disturbance in the area. Might you be so kind as to check with my associate, Fabiano, and see if she knows anything further? She's just to the east of here, over on the beach.
Miku, what a pleasure it is to see you again. I imagine Hamaga sent you to ask about the delayed shipment of ice. To be quite honest, the situation is something of a complicated one. As you may have heard, for this year's festivities, Master Gigaruju has imposed upon us a rather daunting task, preparing the finest frozen dessert the realm has ever seen. He promised us that he would spare not a single guild to see the deed done, so we decided to enlist the services of prominent confectioners. All well and good to this point, yes? As it turns out, this confectioner was a hopeless perfectionist, insisting that only the finest ice in all of Eorzea would serve for her creation. She hopped on the next vessel to the northern seas. And that's the last we saw of her. It's not that I fear for her life, mind you, pardon the pun, but she's one tough cookie. Said the festivities are all but upon us. If she doesn't make it back soon...
Hey gods! That poor guy's drowning out there! That gob! Yes, it's her! Miku, that's Nikeke, the self-same confection of whom I just spoke. We must help her at once! Up the loss! Up the loss! Will she be alright now? In any event, I'll leave it to your capable hands. Oh, Nikeke, you come back to us. The gods. Pobiano, is that you? Why, I'm back in Costa del Sol. Oh, indeed. What happened to you out there? You swept away in a storm, tossed from your boat by some eldritch horror in the depths of the sea. I fear my memory's still hazy. As I remember, we sailed to the northern seas where, after braving the elements and some vicious fiends set on making a meal of me, I succeeded in procuring the most pristine ice I've ever laid eyes upon. We began the journey back, just as we were approaching Costa del Sol. It's no use. The only thing I remember is our vessel capsizing, and my body being flung from the deck, along with my hard-won supply of ice. Well, at least I made it back in one piece, and I have you and your friend here to thank for that, Fabiano. Oh, my dearest friends, you two survived the shipwreck. Why, I couldn't be happier. These creatures are your friends. Aren't they lovely? We met them on the Isles up north. I shared some of my treats with them, and the next thing I knew, they were following me everywhere. They're gentle and strong, the most perfect companions, really. Alright, that's enough of the touching reunion. My precious ice is scattered all about the place. Go round it up and bring it here. On the double. Now! Oh, would you look at that? Clever, aren't they? Oh, lucky day. The seals are intact, the ice inside undamaged and unmelted. That means only one potential rub remains. It couldn't be. Yes, as a matter of fact, the ice you see is everything I hoped it would be, which is why it was rather to my chagrin when I later discovered that a dreadful fiend slumbered in the rather large chunk of ice that I had loaded onto our vessel. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. As we neared Costa del Sol, bobbing winds drifting in, I heard a dreadful rumbling coming up from the cargo. I rushed down to investigate, only to see the fearsome creature. It appeared rather deterred by the heat. Slowly, it began to swell larger and larger until, boom! It
would appear my own carelessness was the cause of our unfortunate incident. Fortunately, my furry companions and I have survived the shipwreck, as has my stock of the purest ice. And yet I fear that the fiend will be back in search of the icy home I so unceremoniously stole from him. Whatever am I to do? Have no fear, my dear Nikake. In the course of the years, my friends and I have thought of more bombards chicks to get. Why, Bombard Buster could be my middle name. Now, let's go apprise our mega situation. You surely have an idea as how we can keep Menace keep the festivities off of the bank.
Ah, Miku, I was wondering when I might hear back from you and Popiano. And I see our star confectioner has joined you as well. Pray tell, how did you fare? Oh dear. So while the ice has been safely procured, a bustly bombard of behemoth-like proportions has been procured alongside it. No doubt that has something to do with panic screams I heard coming from the beach. But not to worry, after all, what is the Moonfire Faire not for season for lost, ill-tempered, hot-headed balloons out of the air? And I know just the person to assist us in the effort. Just a moment now.
Say no more, Master Hamaga. I stand ever at the ready, my friends.
Oh, who goes there?
Surely you've heard the tales of Aether. Bravely the Bombardiers, the main bombard's realm over. Or perhaps you haven't. No matter. Pray rest assured that I and my companions will be safely returned to your beaches. Margot too has come to save the day, and he gives for his little toys. Crickets,
Rifles, toys. Oh yes, Margot has put his toys to go boom.
And I'm Rufflety.
I may still be new to this little business,
But I promise you that what I lack in experience, I make up for in pluck, spirit, and determination.
This whole mess was all my fault, and still so many of you have come to my aid. How can I ever repay you?
Nonsense, my dear. The ice that you brought was at our behest. All will be forgiven when you fashioned for us the most delightful frosted dessert Master Kikuruju has ever laid eyes on. Besides, the exploits of Bombard Boasting Adventurers are sure to bring even more good publicity to the guild.
That's us then. Let's get out there and show that oversized ball of ice. The Isle of Endless Summer is no place for his ilk. Aye! The fates of Blizzard or Bombards can only be completed as a disciple of war or magic. Well, here we go. All these people who are here.
Some people have already gotten their polar bears already. So as with last year, which also involved a fate, we're doing it again, this time with a special fate for this purpose. Others have already gotten their thing. Join this one here. Just like that. This Beulah will be part of this one here. Thank you. Red King, why not Mozian Page Nakoka? Sakura. Part of this one. The jump puzzle that was in the past is gone because flying is now here in ARR, as suspected. So basically, this is the same fate setup as last year. Well, there's going to be a joint fate button that's going to be needed. Be automatically on a mount. Probably crossing something. Others have already gotten the cruise chaser mount. This is a special fate now. See, there is apparently a lot of people here. Go get started. There's that big one. This big bombard. We're gonna have to do it. There's that. Level 15, so yes, you get token points.
Well, Argentea, how did you fare?
Welcome back, my friend. Everybody's crowding the NPC, so I don't even know where the marker is. There's 0 here, there is. That look of relief and supreme satisfaction in your faces. I'm much surprised that you've succeeded in driving up that most baleful bombard.
Indeed.
We scarcely even broke a sweat in the doing. Isn't that right, Pokemon? Quite so, my friend. I dare say it would have been nearly so easy without Miku outside. I can't thank you enough, my friend. Yeah! Yet, we must remain ever vigilant. There is no telling what the dread creature's friends may tend to seek their revenge. In any event, the Isle of Endless Summer is safer now, and that is what matters most. You truly are heroes, all of you!
Well, all's well that ends well, I say, and with that, I say it's time we retrieved our supplies from the beach.
Splendid! Just you wait, my friends. The KK is going to prepare the most marvelous dessert this realm has ever seen.
Gold rating is 15 seals. There it is. And there is another quest coming up. What's this?
Oh, Miku, I can't thank you enough. Were not for you, I've been too busy running for my life to think of making this ridiculous project. But all's well that ends well. Finally get down to what I was brought here to do. I promise you I'll be done before you know it. So why don't you and Popiano change yourselves for the time being? And while you're at it, perhaps you can call Master Kikuruju as well. I'm sure he's more eager than any to see my masterpiece take form.
Well, Miku, it's really impressive the way you chased off that bombard, not that I expected anything less of you, of course. Thanks to you, I think we can safely say the girls put on another impressive show this year. Our time for our holes are formed with this sparring vendors.
Like we're making the best of a bad situation. Speaking of which, I heard Nick this night down with the situation.
I don't know about you, but most of you taste myself. Really not. I have some little sweet tooth.
Miku! Again, thank you for efforts helping us dispatch the bombards. Such a calamity would befall us on the eve of the festivities. Oh, another fusion. I forgot to mention it, but she's actually a childhood friend of mine. We used to play together by the shore, and one day we were set upon by a vicious monster. We thought we were done for. We were saved in the nick of time by a kindly adventurer who swiftly dispatched the beast and whisked us away to sea. That's when I vowed one day I'd seek the guild, repay my gift to the brave soul who rescued me. Meanwhile, the detective was Jeans in the kitchen. She was just a girl. She chose the path of culinary, hopes to fill the bellies of adventures all over with nourishing and toothsome snacks. In the end, she wanted to call and make her sweet. Sort of hearty meals to you and I, my favorite, but that's what it's been. She's always had an independent streak after all. In any event, she's possibly overjoyed that her latest creation is an unconcerned fair for adventurers all over to enjoy. More than anything, I'm just glad she's back with us, safe and sound. Oh, if it isn't the ever resourceful and also forgiving adventurer who is so ignominiously tasked with gathering ingredients for our banquet.
What's this you say? The fiends have been dispatched. My prizes are ready for tasting. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
In the background, there's fireworks going on.
The racing rubble too as well. Oh, can't leave it to me. Just say you're in some restaurant. Why not enjoy walking the beach while you're waiting?
Oh, too. You couldn't have come at a better time. I was just putting the finishing touches on my masterpiece. Maybe just for a moment, would you? Adventurers, Eorzeans, fairgoers, friends, I am proud to present my latest creation. I call it Costa del Hielo, and I promise you that it will please your tongue even more than it does your eyes. And to make sure that it doesn't melt, as well as help all you stay cool in this scorching heat, I leave you with a present from my furry friends. Miku, well, if I deserve to agree with you, after all the trouble I put you through, one can only hope so. It was simply sublime. Well, that's a relief to hear. I provided you with true refreshment after all your travails. Why, as a confectioner and culinarian, nothing would make me happier. Speaking of which, I had meant to tell you, ever since you chased off those bombars, my little friend here hasn't been able to take her eyes off you. Just look at her face as we sing, "Oh, Miss Adventurer, what I wouldn't give to join you on your travels." Oh, truly! How kind you are. You're the most wonderful company on the road. I promise you that. And with that, I'd best get back to the kitchen. For all adventures from all corners of the realm, I'm going to taste my latest, greatest creation. Until we meet again, happy Moonfire Faire to you.
Hooray!
Thanks to your efforts, peace has returned to the beaches of Costa del Sol. The festivities can commence in earnest. It is until the barbaric menace rears its ugly head. You now purchase wares from the Moonfire Faire vendor. Participate in the fete, appearing at the southeastern region of the fairgrounds to earn vouchers that can be exchanged for goods. You say goodbye, I say hello. That's Beatles reference. And this is what can be bought. Furnishings. Moonfire mask doll. Grilled corn. This is an indoor furnishing. And of course, a copy of the Costa del Hielo. Let's go ahead and move our panda with this. There it is. That does it. That is Moonfire Faire 2021 on twitch.tv/homohomo2093, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam. A designated non-spoiler stream brought to you by the Minoru Free Company of Jenova. My name is Pongo Boy Pongtoy, the gift that keeps on giving. Tune in next time for our next broadcast on August 27, 2021, when we do The Rising 2021 with yours truly, Pongo Boy. If you like what you see in this broadcast, the follow button on your Twitch player, the subscribe button on YouTube, and the like button on Facebook. On behalf of everyone at the Minoru Free Company of Jenova, the Jenova World, the Aether Data Center, and FANTASY XIV, hope you enjoy Moonfire Faire 2021. May you ever walk in the light and darkness of the crystal. It's bye for now. Good night and good morning.
Ta-da!